BKSAP, and Vice Chairs of the Committee, Honorable Mr. Sihar Sitorus, Honorable Mr. Putu Supatmarudana, Honorable Mr. Mardani Alisera, Honorable Mr. Hafiz Tohir, and also Honorable Mr. Gilang Dila Farares. Secretary General of the House of Representatives of Republic of Indonesia, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Director General for Protocol and Consular, Acting Director General for Multilateral, and Advisor for Interinstitutional Relations. And most importantly, our guests, Excellencies, Ambassadors, and Representatives Head of Diplomatic Mission in Indonesia. Before we start, allow me to extend warm greeting from the Speaker of the Indonesia House of Representatives, Madam Puan Maharani, who sent apologizes for not being able to join us this afternoon. To start with, we would like to preview a video of Ibu Puan Maharani when she invited all members of IPU for joining the Nusa Dua IPU.
And this is Bali, one of the majestic islands across the sprawling archipelago, famed for its stunning natural beauty. It has a rich cultural diversity, varied tapestry of traditions, customs, and attractions. With millions of people's strength and resilience rising from the worst situation during the pandemic. Through coordinated efforts in ensuring effective vaccine distribution and adequate health resources across the country, as Bali has achieved and accelerated its immunity target by 87%, we are well prepared to safely welcome you back. Hence, we are ready to contribute, creating new resolutions in the upcoming 144th IPU Assembly in Bali, while keep maintaining measurable health protocol and safety measures. Together, let us strengthen our collective parliamentary efforts in advancing peace, democracy, and sustainable development for the benefit of the people.
It is an honor for me as the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia to invite delegation of IPU members to the 144th IPU Assembly to be held from the 20th to 24th of March 2022 in Bali, Indonesia. I look forward to welcoming you next year in Bali, Indonesia.
Excellencies, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I invite Head of Inter-Parliamentary Cooperation of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, BKSAP, Mr. Dr. Fadlizon, to deliver his presentation. For Mr. Fadlizon, the time is yours.
Thank you. Excellencies, ambassadors, and representatives of the diplomatic missions in Jakarta, Honorable Vice Chairs of the Committee for Inter-Parliamentary Cooperation of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia, and from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Director General, Protocol and Consular, Acting Director General for Multilateral Issues and Advisor of the Interinstitutional Affairs. Thank you very much for attending this meeting. And also Deputy Speakers of Secretary General of House of Representatives. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon us all. It is my privilege to welcome all of you to today's virtual briefing. I wish you blessed with good health and safety. The purpose of this briefing is to inform you on the preparation of the forthcoming 144th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union and its related meetings that will take place in Nusa Dua, Bali, Bali International Convention Center, from Sunday 20 to Thursday 24 March 2022. We are committed to provide the utmost hospitality to all delegates, our colleagues, parliamentarians from all over the world in this unprecedented time due to COVID-19. So today's briefing will be divided into four main information. First, on strengthening diplomacy through the IPU. Second, on the convocation and invitation of the Assembly. Third, on the theme of the general debate of the Assembly. And last, on the logistical matters of the Assembly. Allow me to start with the first information, strengthening diplomacy through the IPU. For more than 133 years, the IPU has brought together parliamentarians from all over the world to address this wide range of common global issues. The IPU remains committed to facilitate parliamentary diplomacy and to empower parliaments and parliamentarians to promote peace, democracy, human rights, gender equality, youth empowerment, climate action, and sustainable development through political dialogue, cooperation, and parliamentary action. Some of our parliamentarians are actively involved as board members in some standing committees, SC, of the IPU, such as Committee on Democracy and Human Rights, Committee on Middle East Questions, Bureau of Women Parliamentarians, and Committee on Peace and International Security. Indonesia also supports IPU strategy in extending membership. We need to extend the outreach to parliaments from countries that are still in the process of attaining IPU membership, such as Kiribati, Nauru, Solomon Islands, and our neighboring country, Brunei Darussalam, to be able to observe the Assembly. As the chairperson of the Committee for Inter-Parliamentary Cooperation of the Indonesian House of Representatives, I firmly believe that parliaments play an important role in complementing the diplomacy conducted by the governments. Parliaments and parliamentarians have enriched diplomacy by bringing together different political colors and voices that characterize a healthy and well-functioning democracy. So now I would like to move to the convocation and invitation of the Assembly. The IPU has circulated the convocation of the Assembly to all parliaments. It contains information of the Assembly agenda, timetable of the Assembly, emergency item, governing council, standing committees, IPU member parliaments participation, vacancies to be filled during the 144th Assembly, preparation of draft resolutions and selection of agenda items, general debate, Assembly apps, registration and delegates accommodations in Nusa Dua. So the IPU is currently translating the invitation letter from Speaker Puan Maharani and the relevant general information. The IPU will then circulate the invitation letter at the earliest convenience once it is finalized. The next information is on the theme of the general debate of the Assembly. The IPU Assembly comprises of parallel meetings. One of the main meetings is the general debate of the speakers of parliaments and heads of delegation. The theme of the general debate is getting to zero, mobilizing parliament to act on climate change. So we hope that initiatives and commitments generated from the general debate will strengthen parliamentary action and inter-parliamentary dialogue on climate change, focusing on the role of parliaments in contributing to the implementation of national and international climate change policies and agreements. Now, let us turn into the logistical matters of the Assembly. We acknowledge the challenges of hosting an international meeting in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we assure you that the safety and health of the participants is our utmost priority. On that note, the 144th Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union and related meetings at the Bali International Convention Center in Nusa Dua, Bali, will be carried out with the bubble system. In this regard, we advise all delegates to take direct flight to Bali as the first entry point in Indonesia. In this case, that delegates are unable to secure a direct flight to Bali from abroad and need to transit via Jakarta, our protocol officers will escort them to the VIP waiting room at the Soekarno-Hatta Airport prior their departure to Bali by domestic flight. PCR requirements for international arrivals and during the course of the Assembly will follow the applicable safety and health measures by relevant competent authorities of the government of Indonesia. So we will implement strict health protocols at all times. We have also prepared adequate health facilities and providers consistent with the standard care procedure implemented by the government of Indonesia. Several official hotels in the Nusa Dua area that are included in the bubble area are temporarily reserved for IPU delegates. As the host, we will provide transportation arrangements upon arrival from the airport to the hotel and vice versa upon departure from the hotel to the airport for all delegations. We will also provide shuttle services between hotels and meetings venue. With regard to the transportation arrangement for speakers, there will be no dedicated vehicle for them. However, we will arrange a transportation from the airport to the hotel upon arrival. Information and hospitality desk will also be available for delegation in the lobbies of the official hotels and the assembly venue. The opening ceremony will take place on the 20th of March at Mangunpura Hall, Bali International Convention Center. President Joko Widodo is scheduled to inaugurate the assembly during the opening ceremony. All accredited delegates are invited to attend. The Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia will host a dinner for the speakers of the parliaments attending this assembly on the evening of the 20th March. We will provide liaison and security officers for the speakers of the parliaments. To obtain Indonesian visa, delegates shall contact the Indonesian embassy or consulate accredited to their country. Detailed information on the 144th Assembly is available through this website. Yes. And Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to emphasize that the Indonesian House of Representatives is keen to strengthen the relations among our parliaments and countries through hosting the IPU Assembly. I am looking forward to meet in person with your parliamentarians, either in Bali or at their home countries. To conclude, I want to reiterate the assurance that we will take the utmost efforts to facilitate the long-awaited journey of your parliamentarians in the safest and most pleasant manner. Please feel free to reach my office or contact our Secretariat desk for further information and requests of assistance. So finally, we welcome your delegations in Bali, and I do believe your support is crucial to make the assembly successful. Stay safe and stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fadlizon, for your very clear presentation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we start the Q&A session. So for the participants who have comments or other response such as questions, please use raise hand features so you will have chance to deliver it directly to Mr. Fadlizon. For this Q&A session, I will spare on several sessions based on our duration. In this first session, I invite 3 participants for having opportunity ask to Mr. Fadlizon directly. So is there anyone who will give comments? Okay, the first opportunity I will give to, can I see? Okay, please. I cannot see. Okay, can I see the name? Mimin? So,
My name is Kunz. I'm the ambassador of Switzerland.
okay, please, sir.
Should I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this presentation we already received by His Excellency Fadlizon. We are very much looking forward to this IPU in Bali. One question that came up from our side is, under normal circumstances, there is the possibility to have what they call ambassadors night or evening, where the traveling or incoming parliamentarians meet people from their embassies, meet people of their nationality, also their citizens. In Bali, we would have Swiss citizens. Now, my question is, with this bubble principle, will the parliamentarians arriving from abroad be allowed to leave the bubble? Will they be allowed to meet people from outside the bubble? And what this is in general, and maybe more specifically, if by any chance someone from an embassy here in Jakarta would like to join the incoming parliamentarians from its home country, is this possible, and what would have to be done in order to make it possible? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May you say your name again, please?
My name is Kurt Kunz.
Okay, Mr. Kurt, thank you for Switzerland.
Thank you.
Other question? Or maybe comment or response? Okay, mau dijawab dulu. Please, Mr. Fadlizon.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kurt Kunz. The question about the bubble principle, I think according to this principle, the bubble should stay in the bubble actually. But after several days, I think after maybe 3 days, but we will check on this on the regulation. The participants, the delegates, can meet up with other persons outside the bubble. And we hope, we're still working on this, but this bubble principle so far is working on the event of the G20, and then also for the Motor GP and other events. So I think we have some experience on this, and we hope that, of course, the Omicron, the pandemic will be maybe during that time is not as high as this time. Thank you.
Maybe you can respond for the second question about the possibility for Ambassador Night. And your vice chair will be completed giving answer to Mr. Colt. Okay, we will continue. The other for the participant who will give response for the Mr. Fadlizon presentation. Oke, boleh digedein, Mas. Please, sir. Yeah. Yeah, we cannot see your name in here. So, please, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity and thank you for the briefing, Honorable Fadli Zon. This is Ambassador Amenayo Woli from Fiji. Just a quick procedural question. You were saying that the letters of invitation will be sent out, is yet to be sent out. I'm just wondering, you know, March is just around the corner and preparations for our Speaker of Parliament and members of Parliament that will be accompanying him will be a challenge if we haven't received anything as yet, so by the end of the week. So I really would like to inquire about whether this invitation has gone already, or am I hearing it right that it hasn't been sent? I sincerely apologize for this question. I just came back from leave and started reading all these mails, and I would like to know whether the invitation has been sent out already. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. May I respond directly? According to our information, the IPU has sent the invitation direct to the parliaments already. So we hope that the parliaments in each country has already received the invitation directly from the IPU. But we will also inform you the invitation to each embassies, that is sent by the IPU. Regarding the timing, well, last time when we were in Madrid for 143rd assembly, actually the invitation also came to our office just several weeks before, actually. And the preparation of the committee only 6 weeks. Maybe this because of the pandemic and unprecedented situation, Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amenatafe from Fiji. Is there anyone or any other participant who will give response for the Mr. Fadlizon? You can use your raise hand or maybe at the chat features. Okay, belum ada. For the honorable guest, maybe you.
Well, thank you very much, Excellency. So if there is no more questions, I think we will update the information through our website. And also, if you have any questions to us, you can ask directly to our secretariat. Thank you for joining our briefing on this preparation of the 144th IPU in Bali, and I hope we will see the delegation of all countries. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, once again, thank you for Mr. Fadlizon and all honorable guests. And just mention again, for participants who still have questions, you can send email or access our website, because our team will give response as fast as we can. And to participants who wrote their responses in the chat feature, we also have recorded and will immediately follow up via website. Okay, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I close our agenda today, we will have the photo session first. For all the participants, please turn your camera on. Once again, please turn your camera on, Bapak Ibu. Okay. I will cut down. Give your nicest smile, Bapak Ibu. Even though you wear mask, right? 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep smile. Wait for the next slide. Keep smile, Bapak Ibu. Okay. We still capturing. Okay, the next slide, and thank you, Bapak Ibu. Okay, once again, thank you for Mr. Fadlizon and all honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, who have spent your time joining our event today. Hopefully, we give you clear explanation about Nusa Dua IPU Assembly next month. And once again, thank you, stay healthy and safe. Goodbye, and see you in Bali. Bapak Ibu, kita akan lanjutkan dengan sesi foto offline ya.